I've been loving rounding up my favorite things every single month, and so let's talk about what I loved in June. One of my favorite products, and actually one of my top sellers from June, has been this fruit fly catcher. It's actually not just for fruit flies, it is for just like bugs in general. I have shared the Catchy before. This is a countertop version, but I bought this plug-in version, and I love that it just saves space on the countertops and it works just as effectively. Essentially, the way that these products work is there is a blue light that attracts the bugs to the item, and then there's like a little fan that sort of pulls them in, and then there's a sticky back that the bugs then stick to and can't get off of. So the nice thing about the Catchy is you can kind of move it around to put it where you want it. You want it sort of close to where like the bugs in your home are. So I like to put one like near a fruit basket or near a trash can. So that is one downside of the plug-in version. It is grossly satisfying because I will put a new sticky back on this in like maybe 24 to 48 hours. I will have a ton of random little bugs that are stuck to that. I have a Catchy that I keep in my office. I don't have like any food in my office really, but I have house plants that attract fruit flies, and the amount of fruit flies that I catch on this Catchy is literally crazy. Next up are these velvet drapes. If you follow me on Instagram or you have seen in other videos, we just recently bought a new house, so I am in the process of like slowly, not rushing myself, but just like slowly putting the house together. And I bought a set of these velvet drapes for my kids' bedroom, and I just loved the sort of like warmth and texture that they brought to the room. I thought they were just sort of fun and colorful, and I ended up buying them in another color for the playroom as well. I do try to do them floor to ceiling as much as I can because I find with window treatments, going as high up to the ceiling as you can really gives a more sort of high-end look. It's a really great way to fake a high-end look is to put your curtain rods higher. Don't put them at the window, put them up towards the ceiling. I'll also link the curtain rods that I got here. I got just these basic like white matte curtain rods to use in the kids' room and the playroom. I have installed a lot of window treatments in my day, like DIY style, and these are probably one of the easiest curtain rods I've ever installed. This automatic juicer, I bought this mostly to test it because I didn't think that it would work, and then turns out that it did, and I really love it. You wash your citrus and then you have it and you put it in here, you press the button, and it essentially just juices it for you. It does eventually accumulate some pulp like in the juicy part. The juicing part, is there a word for that? I don't know. But I just like quickly rinse it and then I can keep using this. I had a juicer that I used to use that was great, but you had to like manually hold it in place, and I never felt like I was getting all the juice out of it. I love that you just like press the button and it does it for you. These cabinet protectors, this is so smart. I wish I had had this for our last house. Our last house, we did a custom green bottom in our kitchen, and I loved it, but I didn't realize how much wear it would tear. It would get, especially on the most used cabinets, like the one that was the pull-out trash can. The color ends up getting chipped really easily on these high traffic cabinet drawers. So in the house that we bought, the previous owner did put in like newer cabinets, and so I just put in these cabinet protectors right off the get-go, even though they're just a basic white, on our high traffic cabinet drawers just to prevent those scuff marks from even starting. I bought this oven cover for our oven in our new house because we do not have a ton of counter space, and so I really needed a little extra working space. So it essentially slides right over your gas oven, or stovetop, I guess I should be saying. It's designed just to be a standard cutting board, and it gives me so much extra working space when I'm not using my oven actively. Also, what's really cool is when I'm not using it, I can just slide it over the regular counters or just put it over my sink, and it just makes so much better use of my space if you have a small kitchen with not a lot of counter space. I've bought a handful of clothing from Amazon as I'm getting into my third trimester. I haven't bought anything maternity specific, but just stuff knowing that I can wear it with the bump and postpartum. I will put a link to the items that I shared in this reel down below, which are my 5 go-to Amazon summer dresses that are non-maternity but also bump friendly. A lot of these dresses I've had for multiple years. I've worn them pregnant and not pregnant. I'm pretty much just like filtering through these 5 dresses every single day this summer. I also bought this 2-piece set from Amazon, and I wasn't too sure how much I was gonna like it. I sized up one for third trimester life and then just postpartum, and I actually really love it. It is so comfortable, but I love that you could wear it out and about as an outfit as well. I bought some new comforters when we moved into the new house. I finally have decided like I'm done with duvets. I was sick of the duvet life. Like, why can't I just have a one-piece comforter? So I searched around for a while and ended up finding these Bedshore comforters. I bought one for our master bedroom when we moved into the new house, and I immediately loved it the minute I opened it. So I bought another one that we use for our guest room. If you are also annoyed with duvets, it's warm enough, I feel like, for the winter, but also cool enough for the summer. It's not like this big, heavy comforter, but it's also not super lightweight quilt either. I bought a set of these wax paper sheets and I created a reel about it. Some people love it, some people hate it. The idea, listen guys, is that it's just a little less dishes for me in the summer. Okay, you put down a wax paper, like they use in restaurants, protects your plate, and it's just less cleanup at the end of the night. It's a little less time that I have to spend at the kitchen sink. And listen, some of the people in the comments of the reel got upset because they thought that it was wasteful, and I understand. I get where people are coming from, but on my side, one, it's a season of life thing. I have 3 small children and I'm pregnant with my 4th. Sometimes you have to choose something that is easier for your mental health. 2, this is actually less wasteful than using paper plates. And 3, you can get eco-friendly recyclable versions. Okay, so I've said my piece about it. I bought a new set of glasses when we moved into the new house. One of my things when we moved into this house was I wanted to start just getting things simply because they were just fun. I love a good aesthetic. I love making things pretty and coordinated. I'm also just at a place where I've just bought stuff that I wear and bought stuff for my home simply because it's colorful and it's happy and it makes me happy. So I needed to buy a new set of glasses when we moved into the new house, and I decided to go fun and colorful. Whenever I share these on Instagram stories, I always get a ton of questions on where they're from, and I bought them. It did say they're hand wash only, but I'm not about that life, so I've been putting them in the dishwasher on the top rack and we have had no problems. They're washing just fine in there. I think they're really pretty. The price point was amazing, and I just love how fun and colorful it has made my drinkware. Sometimes you just gotta do stuff because it's fun and it's colorful, you know? One of my favorite fashion items for summer is always nipple covers, but they're essentially just little pasties. Luckily, I don't have ladies that are big enough that I have to wear a bra all of the time unless I am like actively nursing or postpartum. They're reusable. It says like up to 50 times. Depending on how hot and sweaty I get about 50 uses out of them, and so one package usually will last me the whole summer, because I feel like in the summer you just end up with a lot of clothes where you're like, what kind of bra am I supposed to, like, granted, like literally what I'm wearing today. What kind of bra are you supposed to wear with this? Going back to window treatments, because why not? I'm just in the land of window treatments right now in my life. I bought these Roman blinds to do in our living room. I have some that I need to install over in the dining room, and I absolutely love these. I love the look of them. The price point of them was so amazing. Figuring out how to do them inside mount at first required like a little bit of, it could have just been pregnancy brain, but like I couldn't piece it together. It took me like a half an hour to be like, how am I doing this? But then once I realized it, they actually are some of the easiest inside mount blinds I have ever installed. They're cordless, so you just like pull them down and push them up. Every person who's come to my house since we bought it has commented on how nice these window treatments look. I will also link the curtain rods and the curtains that we did to like complete this window treatment. I ended up opting for little curtain clips, and I just love the way that this makes the curtain look a little bit more high-end. I think it was like literally $4 for a set of curtain clips, and I think it was just such a nice little upgrade to this window treatment. All right, we're at the end, so let's do like kid-specific things. Our backyard has not really been set up for the kids yet. We're probably not gonna get a playground until like maybe a year from now, and so we don't really have a ton of stuff set up for them back there. But I saw these climbing handles, I guess is the word, that you could attach to a tree, and I thought that this was so smart. Sometimes kids just need to get outside and they need to like get muddy and get dirty and just like climb some stuff, you know what I mean? It's just been really fun. It's a great gross motor activity for my kids to do when they get outside. A very cool, versatile idea that you can do on like any random tree you have in your backyard. All right guys, that does it. Some of my favorite items that I bought in June. As always, thank you so much for stopping by and watching. Hope you are having a fantastic day. I can't believe it's July. How about you guys? Remember to be kind to yourself and others, and I will see you all in my next video.